So I want to read to you part of the introduction that I wrote in my thesis in 2014 for my Masters of Education from Cambridge University and see if this relates to you in any which way. So throughout my whole life, I have never really classified myself as an academic person. Although I would work extremely hard, I never really enjoyed reading. Still don't. I found it difficult to understand and remember most topics. Still do. And I was never happy with my achievements as compared to others, they seemed pretty average. However, if another person were to make a conclusion on my academic abilities based on my achievements, they may see a completely different story. I have 7 standard grades, 4 Scottish Highers, a National Certificate in Leisure Management, a 2-1 Bachelor of Science Honours degree from the University of Dundee in Biology, a Postgraduate Certificate in Education, a Postgraduate Certificate of Professional Studies in Restorative Approaches to Conflict in School, and currently studying, which no longer have passed and graduated from, my Masters from Cambridge University. So why does it matter that I do not classify myself as an academic person? Well, over the past year and a half, now remember this was 2014, I've discovered a lot about myself, predominantly that my beliefs in my academic ability have had an overpowering effect on my capacity to learn and subsequently, the value that I have placed on my achievements. This discovery has led me to understand that from a very young age, I have linked a number of emotions to the process of learning and achievements, such as stress and anxiety, especially when confronted with challenging tasks. This has often resulted in my avoidance of tasks, as I found it easier to accept the knowledge that I was a failure than to have it confirmed externally and to deal with the humiliation in front of others. For example, a couple of years ago, during a department meeting, there was an introduction of a new assessment scheme which was to be used throughout all of Key Stage 3 sciences. There was so much information to be read and understood, and even though others were also finding the task to be difficult, I could feel my stress levels increase considerably during the meeting, to the point where the tears started to well up in my eyes. I ended up pushing the paperwork away, taking a few deep breaths to calm my emotions, and giving up on the task. Being an adult and a professional, I knew that I would have to understand the assessment to be able to do my job effectively. So I pushed the emotional turmoil to one side and spent a lot of time going over the assessment criteria until I fully understood it. Now, it's really interesting because I have only recently, and I'm still undiagnosed, but I've only recently figured out that I've got ADHD. Now, I have a way in which I am working to figure out more stuff and to cope with more stuff. But as a student, for those of you who are currently getting to that point of your exams are only 9 weeks away, the stress, the anxiety is starting to build. Now, this pressure is going to be huge. One thing I would like to say to you is to understand you are always going to be faced with challenges, and acknowledge that and accept that. But do not put yourself down. Do not think that by not starting or not doing anything that you are actually just being, it's okay. Didn't put the effort in anyway, didn't revise, so no wonder I failed. It just proves it. Don't do that. What you have to do is you have to accept that it will be a challenge, but you are going to try your best. You actually have 8 weeks left where you can turn things around, but it's about what effort you want to put in and how much you want to do. Do not bury your head in the sand. Do not think that it's not achievable. It absolutely is. I said that I would never get a master's because 10,000 words for a thesis was too much for me to write. Well, actually, I had to do other assignments as well, but I didn't realize that I was stopping myself from being able to achieve because I was doubting my ability. Don't get me wrong, it's hard. It is a challenge, but you can do it when you push and you put the effort in. So believe in yourself. Remember, yes, it's meant to be challenging, and who knows what you'll get at the end. But if you put the effort in, you'll be steps closer to that achievement than where you are right now. So believe that you can do it and work for it.